Nijisanji, I feel like I am every week hearing about something new going on. Now, Nijisanji had a new teaser for their new group, their new wave, and there's been a lot of other things coming out about their wave and generally the company itself, and I'm pretty excited to see what Khyo has to say about it. But before we get into the video itself, make sure you like this video to help the algorithm gods spread it around, and also sub to the channel if you enjoyed this video. Now let's get into it.
So today we're going to be taking a look over at Nijisanji English because they have finally released a new group of talents. We were all kind of expecting this after they announced auditions a few times. I'm gonna
be real. I know they announced a few additions, but I felt like there's so much been going on that they should probably have waited a little bit longer, because I don't know how the response will be for their new talents and how will they deal with this. Because there's a lot of negativity surrounding Nijisanji right now, and I just feel like it's not the best idea to start right away with a new wave until things have stabled out a little bit.
Because it has been quite.
But maybe this can be a good distraction. I don't know. Maybe they need more money and they're trying to pump and dump real quick. You know, maybe this is the new crypto trend, like pump and dump a new wave. Let's go.
A while since their last debut. I think it's been like 6 or 7 months now, which is pretty long for Nijisanji. But the newest
it has been a while then. Yeah, I didn't know.
And we've got Ryoma Baron Wart, whose first tweet was a poll saying, "You bump into this Ronin for hire on the street. What first job are you giving me? I want money for more game skins." And there is a poll that you can vote in, and it'll be linked down below. Then we have the cutest VTuber of the group, Twisty Imanazako, whose design I absolutely adore. Her first tweet was, "She's in timeout, Desu. Don't take your eyes off of her. Do not put your fingers through cage. Do not feed her lots of sweets." And this is the image that is attached to it. Very cute VTuber, and I look forward to watching her.
I think she's adorable.
Then we have Clara Charmwood, whose first tweet was, "You'll be maidenless no longer."
You better be good at Dark Souls.
Really nice.
She better be playing Elden Ring on her first stream.
When they debut. The debut trailer did have a sneak peek of their voices, so here is a clip of all of their voices.
Looking for a protector?
Kneel before me.
Bro, this is loud. I'm sorry about that, man. Holy.
Protector?
Kneel before me.
Welcome back, Master.
They are going to be debuting on the 24th, starting with Ryoma at 1920. Then moving on to Clara, and then Twisty. Their announcement has a lot of people hyped up about it, with people saying hype, 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 saying let's go, really like the new designs, especially Clara. Her aesthetic is so cool. Reminds me of an English maid, showing this image of Clara from the promotional video. And then there was also another person saying my body is ready, and even more talking about how hyped they are and excited to see the new talents debut.
That's good.
However,
that's good.
Just as there are a lot of people excited, there are a lot of people genuinely concerned for this debut. And that concern comes from the fact that Nijisanji is debuting these talents in a time where they aren't really liked by a lot of people.
The worry is that the talents will receive a lot of harassment and negative praise because they're coming out and their numbers will really dictate how they do in the company itself. And at the moment, the branding of Nijisanji is really poor within the community. It's poorly received in so many waves, so they're releasing a new wave that's going to be interacting new people that most likely, I've said this before when I'm talking about Hololive Nijisanji, a lot of the talents that join these things are not used to being on a stage and being a big streamer and dealing with all of the mental thing going around. I have a lot of videos talking about it, but overall, what I'm just trying to say is that it might be a bit overly much for these talents, and I do worry about them, because even if you say, fuck Nijisanji, I don't like them, they suck, blah, 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 they treat their talents poorly, let's talk about Dokibur, let's talk about this, you know, like, even if you think your view on Nijisanji is bad, you need to understand that the people, the talents working there and the new talents working there, they're still humans in the end of the day. And many of them don't have nothing to do with the actions that are the negative actions that are being done. They have nothing to do with it. So, but we are on the internet, and one bad controversies can lead to many things. Now add 50 bad controversies and push that onto someone. What do you think you're going to end up with? You're not going to end up with something nice. And this is what you're sending them out to. You're sending them out to fight the lions. And I don't think that's great. I think this is very sad. And I just hope that what I'm imagining in my head is going to go on, which I very much assume will be happening, doesn't happen. I hope that these things just, they debut. It's all right. They just don't have that crazy wild numbers. And there's just like not that many weirdos around them. I hope it goes well.
They're kind of under a microscope where people are looking at anything they're doing
Hi,
and
Hildren.
just attacking them.
Hi,
And this, of
Tiku
course,
Ergo.
comes after
Hello,
the very
hello.
situations that happened earlier
Hi,
this year
Exploded.
and
How you
even
doing, dude?
last year.
The
Those
fuck is
situations
this?
being ones such as
It's cringe.
Sayamanza
It's called
and the
VTubing.
Dokibird situation and others. People have generally lost faith in Nijisanji as a company and are no longer wanting to support them. Some of these people are saying these poor souls deserve so much better. Another said, oh god, these
I
poor
agree.
babies, they didn't know when they signed on.
You talk too
did
much
they?
cringe.
And
True.
on that note, I think even if they didn't know when they signed on, they would know now, and I believe they are allowed to just be like, hey,
hard.
I don't want to be a part of this company more and back out, even if they already signed the contract. I could be wrong.
They will. I think they will be tied for a period of time. I don't think they can just dip the fuck out. Like, that's the thing. Like, you need to think about this in a way, right? They're coming in here. There were 1,000 of viewers, and there were 1,000 of people being assholes toward them. There were 1,000 of people harassing them, saying bad shit, and their debut, their type of way of coming into it, will be received poorly in many aspects. And you might think, oh, but Adley, listen, there's a lot of people that are still fans of Nijisanji, and people like their design and probably won't think about the individual itself and be like thinking that, oh, they're really nice, let me support them. There will be a lot of people out there also being kind and supportive and watch it. But think about it in this way. How often do you think about a positive thing being said to you compared to a negative thing? There's going to be like 100 negative messages. Let's say one negative message is going to overshadow 20 positive messages. And that's just how it is. And it doesn't happen this is a thing that also is like very normal in a space of streaming and content creation. You are bombarded with negative opinions, negative things sent your way, but you are often also taking that, the way of dealing with it, the way of thinking around it and ignoring it. These things are a skill you learn as you stream more and more and kind of develop up an audience big enough to reach that point where you will have a lot of that negative criticism going toward you. But a lot of the people joining an org like this will have go from maybe like 2 to 10 viewers, maybe 20 viewers, and then suddenly just out of the bang, you have thousands of viewers and thousands of people talking about you. The amount of like pressure that is going to be sent toward these people and negative pressure will be very concerning. It will.
But I'm pretty certain that if they do not want to be part of the company,
Being cringe for money is something I can respect. I'm not cringe for money. I'm cringe because it's funny. I think it's funny as hell.
Probably let them go if they hadn't already debuted yet.
But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people out there that are also cringe for money, but at the end of the day, I think a lot of people just like being a dumbass and they're having a good time.
Why would Nijisanji want
It
people
is what
who
it
do
is.
not want to be there from the get-go? If I was an agency owner and someone came up to me who I just hired on before they debuted and said, hey, you know what? I don't like the way you guys handle things. I want to leave. I would just let them leave because keeping them there isn't going to do any good for anyone. They're not going to want to stream. They're not going to want to do anything. So why keep them? So I don't think that is the case. I think these people are knowingly joining Nijisanji and are making the choice on their own. Again, as I've said many times and many people have said, they are adults and can make their own choices. I sure hope they did at least read the contract and know what they're getting themselves into. So
I mean, also, let's not ignore the factor that they're not completely ignorant. They can't be completely ignorant to the factor of how Nijisanji is doing right now. They did the audition and they signed with Nijisanji while all of this was happening. This stuff, their poor rep has been going crazy since last year. So it's not like this is new recent news. It's just that it's going blowing up by proportion day by day. So you need to understand that these people signed up knowing this. So it's not all that, like, it is bad, but it's not like they just are shocked that this might happen. They knew this might happen.
people believe maybe these people or any.
I've been watching you since Kenji smashed and fast. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming by. I love seeing new YouTube frogs coming in on here on Twitch and saying hi. Thank you so much.
One that joins Nijisanji at this point might just be joining for a year or two to get some clout and to get some followers, and then leave to go be indie and make all the money being an indie.
Yeah, that is. I feel like that is the play now. Go start becoming a VTuber. Have 5 to 10 viewers. Stream for 2 months, and then apply for audition to Hololive or Nijisanji. Go stream with them for like a year or two, and then quit. And then be an indie VTuber and sign with someone else, or just do your own thing. You know, like that seems to be the play now, because you can see we have a lot of receipts now. And it's been working well. It's been working real well.
That could be the case here, but I highly doubt it, but we'll never really know. Others like
Nah,
Flipsy
I
are
don't
saying
think
couldn't
that's the
even let the
case.
teaser sit for a day. Q4 report must be looking really bad. And on that note, Q4 probably is looking really bad for Nijisanji, I'm not going to lie, but I will say that Nijisanji normally does this when they announce or debut talents. Usually when they're debuting or trying to hype up a new group.
We looked at this. This was just a stock photo that they just bought, like they just got for free. I think they bought it, maybe bought it for $5 or something, or had like a sub for it, and they just they just photoshopped it a little bit to look like this. It's insane. Like nobody drew it. This is they are $1 billion company, and they announced something, a wave with a stock photo. That is impressive.
They'll tweet something out that's cryptic earlier on in the day or the afternoon, and people will assume it's going to be a new wave, and then a couple hours later or the next morning, they'll release a new wave and announce it officially. And in this case, they made this tweet here at 11 a.m. today, and then announced these talents just about 2 hours ago. So in all honesty, that's not too different from how they would normally handle things. I don't think they're just doing that for the Q4 reports at all. Now, when it comes to this promotional image here that they posted at 11 a.m., people did have some problems with it. People like Mujin were saying they look like the doors to a graveyard. Others are saying the literal gates of hell. And then we had others pointing out that they used stock art for this promotion, or at least traced some stock art for the image. This is the stock art here where you can see the gate and everything. And then this is the image that Nijisanji went with. It looks
Look at these parts. Look here. It's the same photo. It's exactly the same thing. Now you might say this is different, but that's just Nijisanji's logo. They've just fixed that, and that's like easy Photoshop within black and white picture like this. Super easy Photoshop. It's really easy. They just deleted this part. They just masked it and deleted it. It's so easy.
Looks like they kind of either traced it, added some filter, opened the gates, and added the Nijisanji logo up here. They look eerily similar, and it just looks like they were lazy and used stock art, which is what a lot of people were laughing at earlier and making fun of Nijisanji for doing and calling them lazy. Now,
I think it's just funny. They're a $1 billion company. They're not $1 million company. They're a $1 billion company. And they advertise like this. It's just funny. Dude, they're making money, man. They are saving the money real well.
Comes to the actual announcement, more people were saying good luck. No, seriously, these three chose possibly the worst time imaginable to debut as Niji and Vtubers. And yeah, you know, debuting as a Nijisanji English Vtuber, whatever, not that bad. If it's your choice and you want to do it, go right ahead. But right now, while Nijisanji's under a microscope, people are going to hate watch these talents, which is unfortunate. It's going to lead to them having a big debut and maybe not so much of a good career going forward for a little bit. They're probably going to get bombarded with messages of people telling them to leave the company, comments of people just saying, hey, why are you in this shitty company? Why did you even debut? What is wrong with you? Are you choosing to support this company? Stuff like that. And it's going to be quite sad to see, but that's just what's going to happen, especially when they're debuting talents during this time when stuff is still fresh in people's minds. Some people have been thinking that Nijisanji is trying to get people to forget about the situations, and that could be the case, and that might actually be the case, but I don't think so. I think they are genuinely trying to move on from the situations and better themselves, but they haven't really shown us that they are bettering the company.
They need to prove it, right? I don't know, like, how are you gonna they gotta prove it, and they can't prove it in a day or two. It's gonna take time because they're staying in the company for so long.
Or how they treat their talents at all as of yet, though we might not see anything from them. I don't know if there is a way for them to show that they're treating the talents better other than showing like stuff that is private. I don't know. Maybe there is a way, but if you guys know of a way that they could show how they are supporting the talents more, please let me know. Because as of right now, personally, I don't know if there is a way for them to actually show it.
Bro, they should give Doki Bird $1 million. Like, actually give everybody that had like a bad situation with them, give them $1 million, and then make sure that they hire new management that treats the talent right. Like, if they did that, I'd be like, damn. And I'm not saying money can change anything, but it's something compensating with. Like, if they did that, because they have the money to hire great management, and they have the money to throw out millions of dollars. They did that, I'd be like, all right, Maybe they're sorry. Let's see how it goes in the long run with the new management.
Could be doing better in the background, as Riku had said, but that apology seemed fake and didn't seem real or genuine at all, so I don't know. A lot of people don't trust Riku or Nijisanji as of right now, and personally, I want to see them do better, but I also have lost a lot of trust for this company. People saying debuting a Jin with so much of the community still upset with your company is a choice. Now, aside from the new wave, we actually have a bit more news coming out from Nijisanji, and that has to deal with the Nijisanji Reddit. Now, normally when Nijisanji announces a new wave, we'll get
I love Reddit. Yeah, let's go.
Reddit. However, if you sort by new and you refresh the page, there is no announcement. The last thing posted on the Nijisanji subreddit was happy birthday to Hex 14 days ago. Because as you may notice, if you go over to the Nijisanji subreddit, it's all just Nijisanji posts.
Is this like locked up? Their Reddit is locked up. They use this as a newsletter. Okay.
For like the last 2 months. All other posts have been removed, and it seems
I think it was because I'm not sure, but I think they locked up the Reddit because of the situations going on. Didn't want like negative posts coming around.
Are trying to purge the Nijisanji subreddit because as of right now, it's currently locked and you have to request and get accepted by Nijisanji to make any
of
post.
course.
You also have to do that to even reply to any of these posts here as
well.
of
course
now, if you don't know,
to.
the Nijisanji subreddit has been a wildfire.
We love
lately,
censorship.
with people posting a lot of hate for Nijisanji, people hating on them in the
True.
replies to post on the subreddit. So I understand why they locked it. I just question why it took them so long. If they're trying to purge it and get it better, that's good for them. They need to do that. This is the Nijisanji subreddit.
100%, I agree.
For a while there, it was just
think they need
used for
to do
people
this
to
as
hate
well.
on Nijisanji until they
They're
started getting
burning
banned,
at the moment.
and then
They
made
have
their
to.
own subreddit called r/Kurosanji. So I did think that maybe after they announced this new wave, they were going to unlock the subreddit, but they didn't do that, which is unfortunate for fans. So let me know what you all think about that down below. As that's all for me today, guys, please let me know what you all think about everything we talked about down below, and have yourself a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.
I mean, like, there it is. I think I've said enough. Like, I just worry. We have to see how this transforms later on. Because I just worry how this is going to transition for the new talents and how this will develop onward. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe this will be fine. Maybe my worries are just in vain. But regardless, time will tell. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like the video itself to help the algorithm go spread around. If you disagree with something, feel free to tell me below or tell me your thoughts below in the comment section. And also, sub to the channel if you want to see more reaction like this. I appreciate y'all watching it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace!